Hi, my friends. Here I am again this morning, Friday, August 25th, 7:06 a.m. That's a pretty normal time to be on. Um, and what I want, actually, this is my third try at this. I was trying it with my phone, but my phone only goes for so long and then it quits automatically. But I know it doesn't always do that because I did a video on my phone before and it goes long, but I don't know why this time it just like cuts off automatically after like 10 minutes. And boy, I can't ever say all I have to say in 10 minutes. Now, maybe once I get professional, I'll be able to do that. But today, no, doesn't work that way. So now, if you watched a video that I made, I think yesterday, or maybe it was the day before. Oh man, look where I got that bruise. Look at that. Here's me, got see spruce. Where'd I get that bruise right there? I don't know. Somebody's beating me up when I ain't looking. But anyway, I already tried it 2 times on my phone and it went kaput. No luck with this stuff. So, I need some more learning. I am learning. I learned about like some Bluetoothing and stuff but then I thought I had it all figured out on my phone where I could just even use my little phone in case I wanna film while I'm at the park or something. You just never know. Because I go to the parking craft sometimes when my husband's playing Pokemon. And then he goes play Pokemon, and I don't play Pokemon anymore, but I go with him anyway because you know why I go with you? It's because on the way home we always stop for ice cream cone. So because of that, I go with him to the park, and I will sit at the table and at one of the like picnic tables, and I'll craft while he Pokemons, and then we stop on the way home and get some ice cream. So that's why I go with him. The ice cream. And anyway, but now, if you watched my video from yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I showed a bunch of these little quilt scraps. You know what? I'm going to turn this down to the showroom floor so you don't have to look at my purple hair. Okay. But I showed a few of these patches that I made. And I made these patches by sewing patches together. I just had a bunch of little squares or littler squares or whatever, or rectangles or whatnot, and I just sewed them together just by overlapping them. I left the raw sides and everything. I didn't put seams or anything. I just sewed them together. So you can do this by gluing using fabric glue too if you don't have a sewing machine. But I had a bunch of them made and I was showing them as to how I did them. And then when I got done with the video, I said, you know what I think I ought to do with these? Because see, that's how I changed my mind. I said, what I ought to do is I should just sew all these patches together because I was working on thinking about how to make a journal. Now this is what happened. This is a traveler's notebook size journal, I think. Now, I think it is. I think that a traveler's size journal notebook should be, I'm just moving my camera around so I can see them more. It should be 8.5 this way and 4.25 this way, but I could be wrong. So if you all know the exact size that it's supposed to be, you let me know. On account of, I need to make the covers to be the same size, the actual size of a traveler's journal, because some people would order their inserts from other people, you know, for the inserts. I haven't made inserts yet. I just made covers. But I'm not done with any covers yet. I got that one and I have this one. And I'm working on the both of these simultaneously. And so this is what I've done. I have, let me see, where am I? I got my needle on there. I was sewing. I was showing you my sewing when it quit. But on the inside then, I have a pocket. There's 2 pockets here on the inside. So you can slide things into the pockets there. So you can go inside the pocket to slide things in there that you might need in your traveler's notebook. And then I made, instead of putting a rubber band or something, because I got some bands that are actually made for traveler's notebooks, but they're like a rubber band. And well, I didn't just want a plain old rubber band. I wanted something a little bit more colorful. So I took a piece of elastic. I just so happened to have a mile of elastic on this here thing. And so what I did was I took that elastic. Let me show you what I did. I'll just show you on this little piece of elastic. But I colored it in different colors. Now, there's other ways, too, that you could probably do this. But the way I did it was I took my ink, and I think you could use any kind of ink, but I used Distress. And then I just used my bone folder here, or this is one of the Teflon doohies. And I just held that on there and pull it. And see how that colored that spot on there? See how that did that? And then I can do the other side. And then you can do another piece like this. That's one side. And then do the other side. And so what you can do then is you can, different colors, you can go along that piece of elastic. And then you can make it, that's how, let me see, I had another little piece over here somewhere too. Well, it grew legs and walked away. I just had it in my hot little hand, and it's not in my hot little hand anymore. But anyhow, then you would have like this one that is multicolored, if you can see that with all my shadows and stuff. I'm going to learn of this lighting thing so you don't just see a bunch of shadows. I'll get that learned. I listened to Stacey Evans, who she's got the Pink Poodle Playground, Pink Poodle Crafts, and she made a video that kind of told us how to work on YouTube videos, and there is a way you can set up your lighting that you don't have all these shadows, and so that's what I have to work on. I got another lamp. Maybe if I stick it like behind this camera or something. I don't know. I'll see how that goes. I have to work on it. But I'll work on it, and before long I'm going to be proficient. Just absolutely proficient. But for now, this is going to have to work. But, okay, so now what I started doing is I threaded a needle with some upholstery thread. This is nice, strong thread. It will hold your beads. Then, because I want to add beads to the front. See, it's got a lot going on already on the front, but I want more going on because some people think less is more. I think more is more. And so some of my beads do not want to fit on this needle. And if you just take your needle and dip it into the beads like this, I find this a lot easier than trying to actually put them on with my fingers. My chubby old fingers, they don't do little bitty things. Okay, so now I got like 1.5 inches on there. See where I started it right here, and then I got the beads that go down to here, and then I put a stitch there into the fabric, and now I got them going up to here, and I can go any direction I want to go. So I'm going to just put another little stitch right into that fabric, and so then that will hold that will hold those beads right there. Now, I don't know, do I want to stop it there, or do I want to just do a little bit more? And I think I want to do just a little bit more beading on there. Now, I got one of them teeny weeny beads. I thought I had only see, these seed beads come in different sizes. They're small. They're all small, but some of them have really small holes in them. And so I got a few going on here though. And I don't worry about what color. I just take whatever color would get its little butt on that needle. And so I just keep fishing them. Oh, that one worked out cute. Oh, no, it didn't because that's got a little one on there, and that little one is not going to go on there. So I'm going to just, I don't get stressed over that. Sometimes I think I might learn how to say curse words, but that would cost me 25 cents because I do charge for cursing in my house. If you curse, you got to put 25 cents in the cuss jar. And the cuss jar, that's my crafting money. So I kind of encourage cussing. Not really. But, nobody will pay. The only people that cuss in my house are my husband. And I don't know if the words they actually use are actually cuss words, but I say they are. I was, brought up under a leaf or something, under a rock. I didn't even go to work. I was a stay-at-home mom, and I didn't go to work until I was, after my first husband passed away. That's when I went to work. And I went to work at at a, at a, it was a sign printing organization kind of a place, business, um, where they made signs and tags and things. And well, the only job prior to that I had was I was worked as a preschool teacher and a kindergarten teacher, and that was in a Christian school, so there was no bad language there. And and then I did a little bit of subbing at a elementary school. There was no cussing there either. And then I took this job at this manufacturing, business, and it was my first day there, and I was excited because I was going to learn how to screen print, and I really wanted to learn how to screen print, and they were going to teach me. Well, they did teach me. I worked there for like 3 years, but and I had so much fun. It was the greatest thing ever. But the first day I was there, the very first day I was there, I had this one girl. She turned out to be my friend Patty. She was training me, and and this place was huge. I mean, there must have been 40, 50 people working in this, like a warehouse with all these printing machines and a lot of screen printing and stuff going on. And then this one lady, she had to have been at least 60 years old. She had to have been a grandmother. She was running one of the machines, and she yelled across the room, across the building, to one of the other lovely workers there. And she told that person to go F a duck. Now, if you know what that F word means. She said that. And I said to Patty, I said, what'd she say? And Patty told me she was, yeah, you'll get used to it after a while. And, but I was surprised because I'd never, at the time I was 48 years old, I think 47. And, I had never even heard that word. I mean, I knew the word. I wasn't that bad under a rock. I knew the word, but I never heard it spoken. And there was this lovely little grandmotherly type of, ow, God, that hurt, person. And there she said that word. And boy, that damaged me for life after hearing that word. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and leave that right there. And that hurt. I poked myself right in my duck web there. That hurt like the dickens. But anyhow, I don't know why I was saying that because I just get off on tangents sometimes. So I'm just going to tie a knot there so that'll hold those lovely beads right there. Okay, and then I think what I'll do while I've got that thread right there. Wait a minute. I gotta get something. I have baby wipes. I gotta put my baby wipes. 1 minute. I'm dying over here. Oh, I'll use one of these disinfectant wipes. What the heck? I'm scared. So I gotta wipe this off, you know. I take blood thinners, and so then if I get the littlest poke, it makes me bleed, but it doesn't make me bleed too long. I'm good. I think I gotta go get another blood test. I think it's been 3 weeks. But anyway, sorry if I mumble. I gotta learn how to quit doing that. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to my other bead box. Wait a minute, I gotta put this one. I gotta put this one down here, and then I gotta get this one because I want to get a charm. You know, some charm. This is an old earring. I'm gonna use. That's too big for that. I'm not gonna use that there. And I'm gonna find. Oh, here's a seahorse. I'm gonna use that seahorse because I'm gonna put a little charm in it. Okay, now put that back over there. Now, see, so now I'm gonna just take that little seahorse and I'm gonna stitch him. Isn't he cute? Let me see. Yeah, it's okay. I can stitch. I was wondering if I should maybe put a jump ring there, but no, I don't think it needs jump ring. I'm just gonna stitch him through that natural ring that's already on there. And oh, by the way, I have in this folder what I use as a substrate on the actual album is craft text, because craft text now, that is some awesome. It's like a fabric paper. You can wash it in a washing machine. You can iron it. You can sew on it. But it's like a paper. You can paint on it. You can ink on it. You can do any of those things. So that's what I use. That's what's underneath this fabric. Okay, now that's cool. I'm just going to, there. Now I have, I put that in my pin cushion there. Pin cushion. Okay, now. So now I have put on some beads there, and I put the little, some beads here. There. And it looks dark when I'm looking at it on the screen of my computer. I hope it's not like dark like this. I gotta really learn to do stuff under the light. But I got some beads. I put the little seed beads on there, and I put a little seahorse charm. Now, some people who are really ambitious would sew each seed bead separately on there, but I am not quite that ambitious. So I have them in here, but they're gonna stay there. They'll be fine there. They're not gonna go anywhere. I'm gonna put my thing in. Oh, I am losing it. Now, what I also am going to do, see, I think I showed in another video how I made these. I call them Bojangles. They're a Bohemian bead in the style that I make. It's got a piece of a chopstick under there. Now this, I was first inspired. This was my first Bohemian anything. And I was inspired by Stacy Evans at the Pink Poodle Playground. She made these, and I said, oh my gosh, I love those. And so I made one. Well, I made a few. I made a bunch. And so, and I just love them. And from that inspiration, I have just really so far gone crazy. Just with things I have here at the house, you know, just things I have at home. I have made beads, these beads. I have made bracelets. and I've made, a dozen at least of these beads, a dozen at least bracelets, and it's all the Bohemian kind of thing, and which is colors, textures, it's beads, it's just, and a lot of like brocade fabrics, the I don't know, I almost want to say upholstery type fabrics, that are really, really bohemian. In fact, I plan to go to the thrift store. Hopefully today I can go, and I'm going to look at, because I remember seeing when I was here before, they got a lot of throw pillows, and I thought, I bet some of them throw pillows will be made with these kind of textiles, these fabrics that are, in here I've got a lot of different fabrics, but it's mostly just ordinary cottons. I want to get some more bohemian style fabrics. Now, what I did with these beads is I put a lobster clasp at the top, and then I put a charm at the bottom. So as it hangs, it will be that beautiful. And then I have, let me see. Oh, this was my other piece of elastic that I colored. Turns out so pretty. Okay, I have these little tiny clips. Let me stand up and see if I can get a bird's eye view of my unorganized organization. Where did I put my little clips? I put them somewhere. Oh, here they are. I have these little binder clips. These are just little bitty binder clips, and I found them in the office supplies over at Walmart, which they're all of like a chrome color or silver. But if you have alcohol inks, you can color these. You can color these little things. But I don't know, there's probably 100 in that package of those. And so I bought them. But now what you can do is take one of these clips or two with the lobster clasp, and you can just hook it on to one of the little handles, because see that it's got the two little handles. Or you might even want to put two, maybe even two on there. And see, now there you have that little clip, the little binder clip, and I have two of them on there because I only hooked them on with the lobster clasp onto one of the little handles. So then you can take that and you can just clip it to the front of your book, and that gives it even more of an embellishment. I think that's beautiful. Okay, then, all right, so now I have my beads I put on there. So you can put this anywhere. See, that's covering up my little seahorse charm. So look at there. You can put it even in the front. And see, when you put it in there, then if you just put those handles downward, they're not in anybody's way. Now, if I cover that, if I was to color this with alcohol ink, I could even make that a different color. I'd probably color it purple. And so there, I have my beads, I have my seahorse, I put on these two charms on the front. And then another thing that I like to do is, let's see, what should I use? I'll use this crystal lighter. This bottle of crystal lighter has been in my life for a long time. And so, but it works like some good glue. Now what I'm going to do is I've got these little flowers. Now, I love these little flowers. I think they're just gorgeous. But now see, we could make like a collection of flowers, and what I like to do is flowers and buttons together. Now, usually I put a collection of 3 flowers. Now, do I want to do 3 on here? Usually I go with an odd number of flowers when I'm doing like a collection. Now, see, you know, maybe I will. I'll do just that. Ah! Just didn't mean to get that all over down there. But I'm going to put that as my glue. And darn it, that's leaking all over the place. That's waterier than I thought it was. And so, and then you just kind of got to hold them down a little bit until that glue, maybe I should have used Aleen's tacky glue. But now I took a button, and then I like to take a piece of embroidery floss and just put the embroidery floss on the button, and that gives that a little bit more gusto. And so I'm going to put a couple buttons here. See, they're all, I got different buttons. See here. And sometimes I just start taking buttons and just start coloring them. Just get a whole bunch of them. I'm going to put another one. I think this one. Do I want that one? Yeah, I'm going to just shove that one. I'm going to shove them all down in there. And hopefully, sometimes when I do this, I'll just lay something heavy on it until it grabs good, because you want it to grab good. But now, this is probably as far as I'll go with this right now. And because I have to wait for this glue to dry, that puts the glue off there. Wipe it off right there. And I think that might be all I will do to this front cover. I like these little flowers. I like these little flowers. They're made out of organza ribbon. Okay, this is not going well. I'm going to just leave that sit still to dry. And I'm sure it will dry and hold its way there. But if it doesn't, I'm going to switch from this and I'll re-glue them with, look at that lid. That's just nasty. But, like I say, this bottle of stuff is as old as Methuselah. So I will just put that lid back on there and stick that right there. Stick that right there. Okay. Now, so that is the beginning of this. I still have to make a tie, which I don't know if I'll use the same, although I might. I might use this same elastic to go around to make the tie, because that is where I'm going to put a grommet or an eyelet. Jeez, I'm making so much shade with my hands. I gotta work on this lighting. But I'll put like a grommet right there, and that's where I'll put a loop, and the loop was what closes this up. And I may just go ahead and use the same elastic. But there's so many, like this here button, it had a shank on it. I got a lot of shank buttons, which I like those for some things, but not for all things. So you can just cut that shank off then with your little, wire cutters. And so, let's see, even that, I was thinking that might go on there too, but I might be going too far. Ooh, but then I like it there, because I like that. Maybe I'll put it there. Maybe I'll put it here. I don't know. I don't like that. But I just like that button. Maybe it should just go right there. Maybe it should go down here in this corner. See, you've got to play. You just play. I just love that button. You can't even see it, can you? Because I'm out of frame. Okay. I think I like it here best. Yeah, okay. I'm going to just get some of this alien glue that's stuck to the bottom of my cup. And I'm going to put some, well, maybe I won't do diddly squat if the glue doesn't come out. Well, there's more than one way to skin a cat. And so I'll just take something pointy like this. And I'll take out some glue. That's what I should have used first. It was just aliens. Because that's my, aliens is like my favorite. So, and that, like, it almost grabs right away. So, but I'm not going to give up on this other stuff I put there because it may work after it sits there for a while. See, I like that. Now, that makes a big difference. Well, maybe not that big a difference, but see how, what is shading everything? This is making a shade. Okay. Now, there's no shade on that. I guess I could never be like, I couldn't get a job over there in Hollywood making movies because this is how I work. But look at there now. It's got one, I didn't realize that this was a seahorse too. But this seahorse is a different color and a different shape than this seahorse. And then I have a butterfly on this one. But I do think that these are gorgeous. And so, you know what I'm thinking of doing? I'm thinking of opening an Etsy store. I think. Actually, I do have one, but I don't have anything in it because I don't know how to do it. Well, I didn't know how to open it, but now I have to like take pictures and stuff and put things in my Etsy store. But some people might even buy my stuff. I don't know. You know, I sell lace. I could put that in there because people do buy my lace. I sold lots of lace from just putting it in my Facebook. But, oh, and I made a YouTube about my lace too. And so I sold a lot of it that way. Just word of mouth. But anyhow, I wanted to show this because I love it. I just love that Bohemian style. And I have to just give kudos to Stacey Evans that she got me started on this. And now I'm beginning to watch a lot more videos on Bohemian journals, like the journals and stuff. And I'm going to keep a list of the people that I watch so I can link you to them because I just put them on and they just play one after the other and I get ideas and then I don't remember who I watched, which I got to quit doing that because I really do need to leave comments. You know, I love it when people leave comments on my videos, so I need to start, I mean, I do leave a lot of comments, but not on every video I watch. And so I do need to start doing that because I appreciate what they do. So if you do even like my video a little bit, would you hit like on there so that I can know if I'm making any sense? And also, if you can leave me a comment, then I love comments. I just love comments. Okay, and then also, if you would, click subscribe. If you click subscribe, then that lets the YouTube people know that it's worth keeping me as a YouTuber. And so if you can subscribe, and then also there's a little bell right there next to the subscribe button. If you click on that little bell, then it'll put in your notifications. It will let you know when I add another video. Now, if you click on it if you click on that notifications and you start getting the notifications and then you change your mind, you can go and unclick the notifications so that you won't get any more notifications. And you can even unsubscribe. If you decide you don't want to be subscribed anymore, then you can unsubscribe. But I ask you if you would do that. Is it just as a favor to me? And it just for I'm not real sure what YouTube does with the information, but it does let YouTube know that my my videos are being watched and that people do want to see me. And but by all means, you don't have to do that. I'm not telling you you have to do that. I'm just asking you, that's all. Oops, what that said. Oh, my battery's running low on my computer. Oh, okay, I gotta plug it in. Okay, love. Thank you so much for watching this video. And I love you guys so much. And I appreciate that you watch. And I just want to share my love with you. And God bless you all today and every day after today. And come back again, please, and watch more videos. I will get more professional. I promise. Well, I don't promise, but I try. Okay, love you guys, and thank you so much for watching. And